Hi guys, so this was a requested video and the person, they were anonymous, but they said do a video about suicide and how people can get help. I thought I'd go on not just about suicide, just anything. It could be a mental disorder or like an eating disorder, self-harm, whatever, or suicidal, being suicidal. Obviously if you are suicidal there's something seriously wrong with you and you need to go to a doctor as soon as possible because you are so much more worth, you're worth so much more than killing yourself. Like, you're on this planet for a reason, and if you're young and watching this, you haven't, like, say you're a teenager, you probably haven't even lived half of life yet, so don't judge it so quickly as to think you don't want to be living anymore, because you don't know what will happen in the future, because one day you're probably gonna get that, well, you will get better. Like, I know people will overuse that statement, like, it gets better, but the truth is, it does get better, and it may take a while, but it will get better. I mean, I don't know. It does get better. I mean, I've even seen people who have it get better for them. I know people who have had it get better for them. You know, one day you're gonna, like, marry someone, or if you don't believe in marriage, just find someone you love and, like, be with them. And, like, if you want kids, you can have kids, whatever, adopt. You know, you're gonna have a good life when you're older. I mean, there is difficulties in life, and I know it's hard to think, like, if you have depression, I know it's hard to think it will get better, because I have depression. I have been diagnosed with it. I don't know if it's obvious or not, because I'm quite loud and I'm pretty optimistic for things, but I do have depression and several other mental illnesses. But like, I would say things for me personally that get better and then sometimes they get worse again, but I mean, I've been so much worse than I am now, but like, I don't know. I think I was worse before I started getting help. I had to wait a few months before I could get help, but it was worth the wait. Basically, if you think something's wrong with you, tell your parents first, or if you don't want to tell your parents, just go straight to a doctor. I know it may be hard, but I have something on my cheek. I don't know what that is. Well, what I did is, like, I told my friends before I told anyone. I kept it quite a secret. There's a phone. I will just wait for it to stop ringing. Okay. I didn't tell anybody for probably a couple of years. Like, anybody at all. Usually I do tell my friends, like, everything. Well, some of my friends. And then I told my friends, and I kept it secret from my parents and my family and whatever for a few years. But I wanted help, like, I wanted to get better when I was about 11, no, I think it was 11 or 12, because this has been going on for quite a few years. And then I got my friends to tell the school, and I went to see my guidance teacher, and she spoke to me about it, and it's illegal for them to keep it from your parents. I knew that, but, like, I want my mom and dad to know. I just could not tell them myself. So they phoned and they spoke to my mom, and my mom spoke to my dad, and basically came home from school, and my mom was, like, almost crying, and it was so upsetting. Like, I hate making my parents cry, upset, and I hate that. And like, so yeah, that's like one way of telling your parents is to get someone else to tell them, whether it's like a sibling or a friend or a family friend or a teacher or whatever. And then my mom took me to see a doctor because she wanted to know like what was going on. So she took me to a doctor and they referred me to a counsellor and a psychologist, and yeah, I've been having like psychologist sessions ever since. And I find it's helped, and usually they wait quite a while before they put you on any medication, because I mean, I know some people are against medication, but that can help. Personally, I've never found one that's helped me. I'm on my third one right now, but that's not antidepressant, that is a mood stabilizer or something, along that lines. But the two antidepressants that I've been on, the first one like totally fucked up my sleep, which fucked up my mood, and the second one just made me more depressed. But I know people that find medication helps them, so it's probably best you try that out. But to if they want you to, but you don't have to. It's not a must. I know it's kind of hard, but you do have to tell someone if there's something wrong, and if you want to get help, you have to tell someone. I want to talk about self-harm as well. Okay, if you are thinking about it and you've never self-harmed before, don't do it. Trust me, it's going to be one of the biggest mistakes of your life. Self-harm, like, I know this isn't why you're going to offend people, but it's so stupid. That is coming from someone who has self-harmed. It is so stupid. It shouldn't even exist. Like, it's not even cool. You might think, oh, I'll just do it this once, see what it's like. I'll never do it again. But it triggers something in your brain, and every time something bad happens, you're gonna go back to it because it's gonna make you have an adrenaline rush. It's gonna make you think you're better, but you're not. It turns into an addiction. I know someone, I was like, don't ever do that again, okay, because you will not be able to stop. He said, oh no, I promise I won't do it again. He did it again, and I'm pretty sure he still sometimes does, and that's not fun. It hurts your friends and your family, so if you know you don't like hurting your friends and family, don't do it. If you already do, and then you struggle from the addiction of it, you gotta get people to help you unless you're really good. If you don't want to stop, because I know that sounds really messed up, but some people don't. It's an addiction. That's like druggies don't want to stop taking drugs, alcoholics don't want to stop drinking alcohol. It's like any other addiction, isn't it? Like, they're not gonna want to stop self-harming. Well, some might, but because they're like, I don't know, maybe they'll stop cutting their arms or burning their arms because it's hot and they want to like show their arms. You gotta get someone to help. Make sure there's no sharp objects that you can get in your room. Make sure you can't get any knives or whatever you use. Make sure the people you live with are aware that you do it and they can help. Yeah. And suicide, I can make a whole other video about suicide. Like, if you want me to, I will. But, oh my lord. If you are suicidal, I know this is so stupid, but do not do it. If you are watching this because you're suicidal and someone may have sent you this video, or you just came across it, you are obviously doubting the facts of you doing it, so don't. I have attempted suicide a few times in the past, and I think I am so lucky it did not do any long-term damage to me at all. I am so lucky because, like, the things I've done could have killed me instantly and given me a heart attack, making my throat swell and suffocating me, and so much things I have done to myself, and none of them has given me long-term damage. I think the only thing that had like long-term damage to me was like I like got dizzy spells, and I'm not even sure if that was from something that I'd done because I never got actually checked. But suicide, it doesn't even always work, and you know, you might think nobody loves you, but trust me, they do. They do love you, and your family, yeah, you might fight with them. I don't know your family life, but they love you deep down. Your friends, you're not even gonna deny not having friends. Like, don't deny it, because you obviously, you have at least one person caring about you that isn't family. Trust me. And you might think, oh, they'll get over it. No, they won't. They will never get over it. They will blame themselves. I think suicide is probably one of the worst ways to lose somebody, because you're gonna blame yourself. They will blame themselves if they lose you to suicide. You might leave a note saying, oh no, it's not your fault. They're still gonna blame themselves. Trust me. I can make a different video on this because I have so much more to say, but I've been filming for quite a while now, so I'm gonna stop. But if you ever need someone to talk to, and message me, I will probably make a different video, and I'll probably put links to websites down below in the next video if I do make one, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna go now because I don't know. I'm just too awkward, and yeah. Oh, that was disgusting. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.